Welcome. I appreciate your interest in becoming a CTA trip director. I'm Glenn Fulton, President and founder of Curriculum Travel of America, CTA. Since 1982, CTA has been providing interesting and fun educational field trip experiences for middle and high school age student groups. CTA organizes all facets of the trip, including meals, admissions, lodging, and transportation, and staffs each bus with one of our trip directors, whose role it is to deliver, that is, lead, the trip from beginning to end. CTA trip directors are not chaperones and do not participate in student discipline or behavior issues, which, thankfully, are rare occurrences on our trips. Please explore the Trip Director application packet and make plans to attend our annual meeting and familiarization trip to Washington, D.C., our #1 destination. Training is provided for each CTA destination. Therefore, prior knowledge of these places is not required, but it is certainly an advantage.
I started last year. This is only my second year of trip directing, and I started because a lot of my friends that I worked with have been working for CTA for quite a while, and it sounded like an extension of what I did when I was teaching.
Sometimes the schools are very directed and very educationally concerned about certain topics, kids researching things, and other times it's more for fun and it's kind of a reward for finishing up middle school, and sometimes it's a combination of both of those things, a little education and a little fun together. I'd say most of the trips are like that.
The main responsibility is making sure that the chaperones, who could take the form of either parents or teachers, understand what I need them to do and what they need to make sure that their kids do, so that if we're working as a bus and as a team, we kind of know where we're going, what we're doing, where we should be.
Because of traffic, we might miss a place, and therefore maybe have to make it up the next day, or because they might be closed, or because some important official's there that you can't get in that place, then you have to go and take, change things around so you can get there later on.
We would perform the historical background to various spots in these cities, and also getting the groups from point A to point B, facilitating the tour.
We do a lot of information for the students at the various venues we visit. For example, in Washington, D.C., when we go to the various memorials, we give them background information about the memorials. And depending upon the students and also on the teachers on the trip, we can be very lengthy or we can be very short.
The trip director is basically responsible for making sure that the itinerary runs as it's been planned, taking care of whatever financial arrangements are involved as far as the vendors, the attractions that we use, either paying them or making sure that the bills are correct.
My job is to make sure they get where they're supposed to go at the time that they're supposed to be there, but also kind of bring another dimension to it, that they have fun but that they learn also. So we really try to do both things.
This is my first year with CTA, and my training began with an orientation meeting in January and then a 3-day familiarization trip where we went to some of the major sites in Washington and Gettysburg so that the trip directors would have familiarity with the site locations.
Well, there's an application procedure to try to be hired, and then there are training trips. You go as an observer, first few trips just watching and not really having any responsibility. And then you sort of take about half responsibility for the group along with a senior or seasoned tour director. And then finally you're given your own trip for the first time. Sort of 3 levels, watching, some responsibility, and then full responsibility.
I think it's a company that offers an excellent opportunity for schools. I've been on trips that are very different. Each trip may have 1 or 2 things in common, but there are 3 or 4 things that are different, that are custom made for the school and the team of teachers and administrators who are planning the trips.
But the period of time that it occurs it's extensive, but it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable event that, you know, you get back with children, which, again, anyone that taught, that was the main reason you went in, was not because your subject was so important, but you wanted to be with kids. And being with kids keeps you young. There's no doubt about it.
I think what the trip director gets out of it is an opportunity to interact with children, because most of us are retired from teaching, though we haven't lost our love for children or our love for education. For me personally, it's been very stimulating to relearn what I forgot in American history and to learn a lot more interesting things. And it's rewarding to be able to continue to have that interaction with students.
If you enjoy working with teens, are healthy and energetic, and possess leadership skills and a valid teaching certificate, then CTA may be the perfect place for your post-retirement career. If you wish to follow your dream to CTA, then please submit your application at the earliest opportunity. And I hope to see you on the road.